I am. I'm Meredith. You know that I'm very pregnant right now, so there's a lot of things that I won't be doing with you, but I will definitely cue you in to it. We're going to do a combination of a flow and some Kihara stuff today. So you know that with Kihara, it's resistance stretching, and you don't want to give yourself a lot of resistance or you're going to be very sore the next day. So when I talk about resistance, like on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm talking like a 2. That you just feel enough where you can get the muscle to activate or to contract, and then we'll stretch it from there. So come to a seat, a comfy seat. If you're sitting on a chair, you can sit on a chair. And if you're sitting on the floor and you want to bolster yourself up, then it'll allow your hips to open a little bit more. And just rest your sit bones on whatever you're sitting on evenly. And if you have the capability, if you're sitting on something, think about the bony bowl of your pelvis, like it's got 2 little knobs at the bottom. Those are like your sit bones, right? It's like a bowl with like 2 little legs on it. And then allow that bowl to tilt slightly forward. So instead of being concave like this, rounded back, right, with shoulders rolled forward, which is generally how people that sit on the floor sit because they're uncomfortable, but they won't admit it. Sit up nice and tall and allow those sit bones to just kind of prop a little bit forward, like as if there was, liquid or whatever in that bowl and you were spilling the liquid over the front of the bowl. Okay, and then close your eyes and roll your shoulders back 3 times. Roll them back, 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 and then roll them forward 3 times. Just the shoulders, but it makes the shoulder blades move too. And then shrug them up towards your ears. Feel the tension that gets created in your neck and in your shoulders and into your traps, and then allow them to drop. One more time, shrug them up towards your ears, and then allow them to drop. Take a nice deep inhale. Sigh it out your mouth. See how the lips close, let the eyelids drape closed. And then track your breath in through your nose. Watch it go down your throat. Let's do our 3-part breathing. So chest breath, rib breath, belly breath on the inhale. And then on the exhale, pull the belly button back to the spine, activating into your core. Let the ribs soften and let the chest fall. 5 more like that on a 4 count. So inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leaving the breath out for a second. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Fill up as much as you can, all the way into the belly, all the way down into the root, into the pelvic floor. Deep, 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 deep. Inhale, hold it at the top. And then open your mouth wide. Sigh that out. Draw the hands to the heart center. Just take a moment right now and take a snapshot, like a Polaroid picture of exactly how you feel at this moment. Notice how your body feels. Notice where your mind and your thoughts are. Notice any sounds that you hear in the room. And then blink the eyes open, interlace your fingers, turn the palms up towards the ceiling, stretch up really tall, lengthen out of your sit bones, pull your ribs away from your hips, big inhale. And then exhale, flip the hands over around your back, roll off of your sit bones, right? So now rock that pelvis posterior, so rock it behind you. Inhale again, lift and lengthen, pull the palms up. Feel like you're trying to pull your fingers apart even though they're connected together. Lift your chin. And then exhale, left hand finds the floor, push into the floor, reach up and over with the right arm. Stay there. If you want to bend the elbow, you could bend the elbow and lengthen out. Lengthen up again, inhale. Right hand finds the floor, press into the floor, press down on your left sit bone this time and reach up and over with the left arm. Stay there or bend into the elbow. Come back up, lengthen. Take the hands to the knees. We'll do the Marty stretch. Left hand reaches across to the right knee. Lengthen on your inhale. Look to the right, and on your exhale, give a twist. Take another inhale, lengthen there, so stack the vertebrae without shrugging the shoulders. And then exhale, look over the right shoulder. Switch on your inhale, right hand, left knee, left hand grounds, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Lengthen again. Look over the left shoulder on the exhale. Come back to center, drop your left ear, left shoulder, roll the head around to the right slowly. Reverse direction. Back to neutral spine, roll off of whatever you're sitting on, come over on hands and knees. Belly pulls into the spine, breath is in and out through your nose if that's available for you. Unlock your elbows, press into the floor though. As you inhale, lift the tail, slide the shoulder blades down, heart and chin up. And then on the exhale, round back, roll it over, chin to chest. Feel like you're separating your shoulder blades here. So I don't want you just to arch your back. I want you to pull your shoulder blades away from each other. Inhale, reverse arch, cow pose. Exhale, round back, shoulders pull away, get space in your rhomboids. 2 more like that. Inhale, tail up. Exhale, round back. Last one, inhale, tail up. Hold the tail up as you take a nice deep inhale and stretch through the rectus abdominis, through the shallow abdominal wall. The muscles there, and then exhale, round back. Come back to neutral. Take whatever you were sitting on earlier, whether it was the towel or the bolster, put that to the back of your mat. Stack your feet on that, just the toes. Okay, so there's a gap between the top of your feet and the floor. And then we're just gonna tap back and shift forward. 3 more like that. Tap back, butt to heels. Okay, so you'll feel like an arch in your foot, stretching to the top of the foot, and then tap forward. 2 more. Last one. This one we hold. Sit the sit bones back to the heels. You can open your knees wider. You can let your belly drape through your thighs. Come down to your elbows or stretch your arms long. Breathe there for 3. So we're stretching into the shins. Okay, so you should feel at the top of the ankles, up into the shins, right? And obviously into your feet. If you're not feeling it, put more, just less toe on that bolster, or make your bolster higher. Release that. Come back to neutral spine again. This time your toes curl under. Okay, so leave them in that flex position. This time as we inhale, let's round the back first. So round the back. So we're really working into that thoracic spine, the upper back area, middle upper back area. And then exhale, reverse arch. 3 more, inhale, round. Exhale, reverse arch. Inhale, round. Allison, do you have a foam roller with you? You just give me a thumbs up if you do. Marty, do you have a foam roller with you? Good, perfect. Exhale, reverse arch. Back to neutral spine again, toes are curled under, tap back to your heels, okay? Push the floor away from you. So you should feel a stretch into the Achilles between your heel and kind of above your ankle. And then if you need more than that, you're gonna rock back. You might need to keep that bolster where it is with your heels on the bolster. If you're feeling super flexy in there, then you could tap your heels to the floor and breathe there in that squatted position. So we're getting a nice stretch into the hips, and we're stretching into the lower part of your calf, soleus into the back of the, into the Achilles tendon for 2 and 1. Release that. Knees are gonna be wider than your hips now. Left hand stays on the floor, right arm reaches up, open up, look up, get nice and open. You might feel a little bit of a modification through your spine, lengthen. Reach the hand around behind the back, let the shoulder drop. Okay, so shoulder pulls away from the ear, and then drop your left ear to your left shoulder. So stretching out through the top part between the delt and the neck. Release that, right hand down, switch sides. So knees are wider than hips. Reach up on inhale, look up. Exhale, left hand wraps around behind the back. Drop your left shoulder, pull your right ear towards your right shoulder. Oh, stretch the neck and the trap. Release that, left hand down. We're gonna go into a twist now. Lengthen on your inhale, reach the right arm up, inhale. Exhale, thread under, right shoulder down, right ear down, looking to the left, and then left arm reaches out in front of you. And you're gonna hold that position. Good, so thread that right arm under and reach your left arm long in front of you, on the floor. Good, perfect. Let your arm relax on the floor, Allison. Let it down, good. So you're stretching through the lat there. Now, hold that position and shift your butt back a little bit. Don't let your butt touch your heels, but just shift back. Keep your left hand on the floor and you'll feel that stretch along the left side of your body. If you need more through the right shoulder, then roll more body weight onto that right shoulder and press the top part of your right hand into the floor. So the palm is facing up. You're getting resistance through there. And you're rolling your body weight, using that body weight as resistance to open up the right shoulder. That feels good. Release that, come back, right hand on the floor. Left hand on the floor, quadruped position again. Knees are wider than hips, so keep them there. Switch sides, reach up as you inhale, left arm reaches up, look up at the left palm. And then thread your left arm under. Come down on the left shoulder, left ear, your palm is facing up. Right arm reaches long, so just creepy crawling it along the floor. Kind of glue it to the floor and then shift your body weight. It's like rocking your body weight back. So you don't really like sit your butt to your heels. If you look up at what I'm doing, my butt is still way off my heels. Breathe. If you need it more in your left shoulder, focus more there, roll more body weight, press the top of your left hand into the floor. It's gonna give you some resistance to stretch it. Good, and release that. Okay, we're going right into hip flexor Kihara stretch. If you wanna pad your, let's do right leg first. So if you wanna pad your right knee on the floor, you're welcome to do that. We're gonna come up like that, okay? If you have got patella issues and the kneecap issues, pad it, because you're never gonna get the proper resistance if you're always feeling pain in the knee, okay? And then lunge forward into your left knee. I'm just gonna shift myself forward a little bit, okay? Good, so holding this position, plant the hands on the left thigh. Press the top of your right foot into the floor, all right? Feel like you're trying to scoot your pubic bone forward. So from the pubic bone, scoot it forward and then press into your left thigh to lift up your heart. Okay, so you should feel this on the right side. We haven't started the resistance yet. Just lift up, roll your shoulders back, grow tall, your sternum up towards the ceiling, lift your chin. Breathe. And then come back to neutral spine again. So release that. Now we're going to start the resistance. You're going to lunge forward into your left knee. You're going to push the top of your right foot into whatever it's sitting on. You're going to drive that right knee forward like you're trying to bring knee to chest, and it's going to scoot your body back, okay? And then release and just drop into the lunge again. And do 2 more like that. Drive the right knee forward. It doesn't really move on the floor. It's an intention of trying to bring your knee to your chest. You'll feel a tightening in that right hip flexor. Release. Let's do 1 more contraction, and then we start the stretch. Drive the right knee forward, hold. Focus on your right hip flexor, okay? You're still lightly driving that right knee forward, like knee to chest, but now the left foot is gonna pull you back forward into the lunge, and that is the stretch. Drive the right knee forward like you're trying to bring knee to chest, hold. Override that with the left foot, pull yourself back forward into the lunge. Let's do 1 more and then we'll add on. Drive the right knee forward, hold. Use the left foot, pull yourself back forward into the lunge. Left hand down towards the floor, right arm reaches up and over. Lengthen along that right side. You're gluing the hip down towards the floor, anchoring or pinning, and then stretching out of it. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, come back to neutral. Turn your lower leg in, lower right leg in. We're gonna do inner thigh now. Left foot is still forward, lunge forward into your left knee. You should feel lengthening all along the inner part of your thigh and into the groin area. Drive the inside of your right knee forward. So create a contraction in the inner thigh, tap it so you feel it, right? You feel that inner thigh contracting. Let's go right into the stretch. Pull yourself back forward into the stretch. Drive the inside forward, inside of the right knee forward. You'll feel contraction in the inner thighs. Use the left foot, pull yourself back forward into the stretch. 1 more time, drive it forward. And then pull yourself back forward into the lunge. Place your left hand or arm on the inside of the left knee. Give a little bit of pressure there to open up both thighs and then reach up and over with your right arm. You might feel this a little bit more through your left thigh if you're getting a lot of resistance with your left arm. Lengthen, inhale. Bend the right elbow, hand behind the head, open up your chest. So drive that right elbow behind you. Look up on the inside of your right arm. And release it. Let's switch sides. Left knee is going to go on the floor. Right foot is going to be forward. We're starting off with a passive stretch just for the hip flexor on your left thigh. Lunge forward into the right knee. Top of your left foot is pressing into something on the floor. Plant the hands to the right thigh. When you grab onto your right thigh muscle, I want you to kind of like drive it forward, like traction it forward as you lift your heart and lift your chest and lift your gaze. And you're breathing. And keep your butt muscle loose. Like don't start squeezing your glute. Just keep your butt muscle loose. Come back to neutral. We're going to start into resistance stretch now. So we lunge forward into the right knee again. Create a contraction in the left hip flexor. Drive the left knee forward like you're trying to do knee to chest. It's going to scoot you back to neutral. And release. 2 more times. Drive forward. Release. Last one. Drive forward with that left knee. Hold there. Make sure you're feeling a contraction in that left hip flexor. Use your right foot to pull yourself back forward into the lunge. And it's not a fast movement. It's a smooth movement. Drive forward. Pull yourself back forward. Make sure you're keeping your navel. I don't even know where my navel is at this point. Pull your navel into your spine. Last one, drive forward, hold. Pull yourself back forward into the lunge. Right hand on a block, left arm reaches up and over you. Roll that left shoulder, left bicep, behind your left ear, look up. And then release it. Spin the lower leg in. Spin your hip open. Let's do inner thigh, lunge forward. We go right into resistance. So get a little stretch through the inner thighs and then drive the inside of the knee forward. Create that contraction, tap it so you know that your muscle is active. Oftentimes, these guys are totally underworked because these guys on the outside are so dominant. So that's why it's great to do resistance stretching. Pull yourself back forward. We don't really, well, no, I can't say that. We do see that a lot with athletes. They really are totally outside dominant. Pull yourself back forward. One more time. Drive forward with the left knee. Hold. Use your right foot. Pull yourself back forward. Right hand on the inside on a block or just using your forearm. Open up that right side and then reach up and over and breathe. Never hold your breath. I had a client yesterday that was like turning purple. I'm like, why are you turning purple? They were like holding their breath. Bend the elbow, open up your chest, look up. Get a nice stretch to the pec there. And release that. Great, let's do a spine stretch. So we'll do some downward dog movements. Hands plant on the floor, toes curl under. Let's stretch out your spine a little bit. Bring it up. And just kind of play around with that for a second. So move, bend into the knees, tap the heels, stretch to the calves, stretch to the hamstrings. Walk your dog a little bit. And then come to stillness. Let's focus on the left leg, bend into your right knee. Drive that right knee slightly towards midline. Try to get that left heel down towards the floor. Stretch to the calf. If you need more and you want to hook your right big toe, middle toe on the back of your left heel, you could do that. It's a pretty significant calf stretch. If you're really, really tight there, then just don't do it. And then switch sides, right heel down, left knee bends, drive it in towards midline. And then again, if you want the extra resistance, then hook big toe, middle toe. Release that. Have your feet be as wide as your hips with your toes turned slightly in so you can't see the inner edge of your heel. And then press your chest back towards your thighs. Relax your head down. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. And breathe for 1. Good. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Spinal extension from a standing position. Hands underneath the knees. Inhale, lift your heart. Roll your shoulders out of your ears. Use your back muscles to lengthen your spine. Exhale, release your head down. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, drop away. Last one, inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hands to hips, and then flat back brings you up. Feet together. Inhale, reach the arms up over your head, sweep it up. Left hand grabs onto right wrist, and we hinge over towards the left. Left hand grabs onto right wrist, and we hinge over towards the left. And then switch sides, right hand grabs left wrist, hinge over to the right. Release that, cross your left arm across your chest, pull it in with the right. Drop your left shoulder and drop your right ear. Switch sides, right arm crosses, pull it in with the left. Drop your left shoulder, and drop your left ear. Interlace palms, reach up, inhale. Swan dive and open as you exhale, forward bend, feet together. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, walk it out to downward facing dog. Keep your left hand down, reach your right arm across, grab onto the outside of your left leg. Wherever you can, higher up towards the knee is easier, lower towards the heel is harder. Push and pull there, so creating resistance and stretching through the shoulder on the right side. And then switch, right hand down, left arm crosses. Grab, pull, resist. Relax your head. Release that, shift forward into a plank. Drop your shoulders out of your ears, pull your belly button in towards your spine. My butt is slightly lifted because I'm counteracting the weight of my belly. Yours should be flat. Drop the knees down. Chin and chest come down between your thumbs. Elbows rub your rib cage, and then you guys slide all the way out onto your belly. So you're fully prone on your belly, okay? 3 cobras, so spinal extension now from a supine position. Okay, draw your shoulder blades towards each other, drop your shoulders out of your ears. Do not create tension in your neck. Lift up your chest, inhale. Good. Too high, Jacqueline, come down, come down, come down, come down, cobra. Exhale, come down. We're just lifting chest. Slide the hands back a little bit, inhale. Engage your back muscles, but not your butt muscles and not your low back. So focus on your thoracic spine. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Slide the hands back one more smidge. Inhale, come up. And exhale, come down. Now, upward facing dog. Inhale, extend through the elbows. Allison, you can do cobra if your back's not warm enough to come up for upward dog. Exhale, shift back, child's pose. Open the knees wide, stretch your spine. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, round the back. Reverse arch the back. Exhale, downward dog. We're going to go through that 2 more times. So we're really driving into thoracic spine now. Stretch to the spine. Relax your head. Shake it yes and no, so there's full clearance in the neck. Shift forward, plank pose. Knees down, chin and chest down between your thumbs. Slide yourself all the way out, fully prone on the ground. 3 cobras again. Inhale, come up for cobra. So engage the muscles in the upper back without clenching your butt. Exhale, come down. Slide the hands back each time. Just a little bit back. Inhale, come up. Don't fully extend through your elbows. Keep your elbows bent. You're training your thoracic spine. You're not just pushing through your hands, okay? Exhale, come down. That's why we're doing cobra. I know you guys can do push-ups. I want to know if you can do cobra. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release back down. Now come up, upward facing dog, come all the way up. Good, don't lock out your elbows. Draw your shoulders back and down, and then shift back, child's pose. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, round your back into cat pose. Reverse arch it for cow pose. Your spine should be nice and warm now. And then curl toes, lift hips, downward facing dog. Stretch to the spine, 3 breaths here. We'll come back to thoracic spine when we use the foam roller in a little bit. Look forward between the hands, walk the feet forward, tippy toe them forward to reach your hands. Lengthen on your inhale. Forward bend on your exhale. Reverse swan dive it all the way up. Inhale. Hands heart center, samasthiti, which means mountain pose, fully balanced. Lift all 10 toes, spread them wide, root down through the 4 corners of your feet so you're fully grounded. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Take your left foot forward, right foot back into a crescent lunge. Left hand down, right arm up and over, reach up and over, stretch to the psoas. Inhale, lengthen there in the hip flexor. Exhale, spin it open into warrior 2. Good. Extend through your left leg, star pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, back to warrior 2. You could bring your left hand on the inside of your left knee if you want to add resistance the whole time. Inhale, reach up, arms up. Exhale, bend into warrior 2. Press into the outside edge of your right foot to stretch through the ankle and into the outside part of your lower leg, into your peroneals. 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, warrior 2. Last one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, warrior 2. Left elbow down. Reach up and over with the right. Parsva Konasana, side angle pose. And then again, let's reach that right hand around behind you. Grab onto the top of your left thigh. Roll your right shoulder down and away from your right ear. And then drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Hold there for 3. For 2. And 1. Extend through your left leg. Walk that left foot forward so the feet are facing forward. Lengthen your spine, wide-legged stretch. Inhale there. Exhale, hinge. Elbows can come to the floor, or your fingertips can reach the floor. Press into the outer edges of both of your feet. And then spin your sit bones up towards the ceiling. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. And 1. Plant the hands, lift your heart on your inhale. Hands come to the hips on the exhale. And rise all the way up. Turn your right foot towards the back of your mat, I guess. Spin your left foot in, so you're on the ball mount of your left foot. Bend into your right knee. Crescent lunge to start with. And then right hand down, left arm up and over. No worries, Allison. Have a good day. Good. Reach up and over with the left arm. Stretch to the psoas, so you're pulling that left hip away from the left ribs. And then warrior 2, so we're doing dynamic. Here we go. Bend into the right knee, relax your shoulders. Lengthen up, star pose, inhale. Exhale, bend. Remember, you can add that resistance with your inside of your right knee and your right hand. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. 2 more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. Last one, inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Right elbow, right thigh, left arm reaches up and over. And then bend the elbow behind the head, open up the chest. Release that, extend through the leg. Rock both feet in again. Interlacing your palms behind your back. Palms are glued together. Hinge, extend. So you'll feel a stretch through the upper part of the pec. You'll feel a stretch through the bicep, and then obviously the front part of the shoulder, the anterior delt. Keep your palms glued together. Release that, hands to hips, rise up. Left foot points towards the top, going into Trikonasana, into triangle pose. Extend the arms, lengthen as you inhale. Hinge forward. Tilting it forward like I'm a little teapot, bring it forward. Okay. Tuck your tuck your left sit bone under you. So don't do like a big J-Lo butt fanning out. Tuck your left sit bone under you, left hand down, right arm up. Open up your chest. Don't just fling the right arm behind you, okay? This is about letting your upper back, mid and upper back rotate. So don't just like fling it back there. Look up at the right arm. Imagine like you're in like a big toaster and you can't let the back side of you or the front side of you burn. And then let's do our scapula movement. So right arm reaches down towards the hip. You can see that my palm is facing away from my body. Rotate the palm in and then rotate the palm out. Try that 2 more times. Relax your head, so don't tense up your neck. Good, hold there. We're gonna go right into Ardha Chandrasana, right into half moon. If you need a block, grab your block. If you need to take a small step forward, do that. And then reach your right leg up. Flex through your right foot. You can circle your right foot a couple times. That always feels good. But make sure, balance. Make sure that you're flexing through the foot, so you're activating your butt muscle and the outside edge of your hip muscle, which we're going to stretch next, and extend and breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. And breathe for 1. If you want the quad stretch, bend into the knee, reach back with your right hand, grab onto your right foot, push foot into hand and hand into foot, open up the chest. Okay, so you're pulling back on the foot while you're pushing the foot away from you. You'll feel the stretch to the quad. Breathe 3. Breathe for 2. Make sure your left knee is unlocked. And 1. Release that. Feet are hip width distance. We're gonna go right into IT band on the right side. So we just did quad on the right side, now we're gonna do IT band on the right side. So bend into your left knee lightly. Your feet are hip width distance apart. You can see I have a block here because my hands don't reach the floor. And then walk it around to the right until you feel a stretch on the outer edge of your right thigh, hip. If you're feeling it more into the knee, then you know that you've got calf issues. If you're feeling it higher up, then it's more coming from your hip, because the IT band goes from hip to knee. You can see where you feel more tension. If you have tension throughout, you're a pretty balanced, tense person. Good, release that. Walk the feet out again. Rise up again. Trikonasana on the right side, so right foot forward. Left foot 90-degree angle, arms extend, hinge forward over your right leg. Pull your right sit bone underneath you, so you're not just kind of dumping it all into your low back. Right hand down, left arm up. Extend and open. And breathe. This should feel like a nice stretch. This should not be agony. And you're probably feeling it a lot in the medial hamstring and the inner thigh on the right leg. Now rotate that left arm down. Let your right ear relax, or your neck relax, peel it up. 2 more. Make sure that you feel your scapula moving on your back and it's not stuck there. Hold there, gaze up towards the left hand. Half moon pose, right hand to a block. Just gonna step back so I don't hit the wall. Left leg reaches up, flex through the left foot. Try to stack up your left hip over right hip, and then reach the left arm up. Again, you could circle that left foot at the ankle. 2 more breaths. And then push foot into hand, hand into foot, bend through the knee, peel the chest open. Nice quad stretch there. For 2, whoa. And 1. Release it, left foot down, spin back towards the front again. Feet again are hip width distance. We're going for IT band on the left leg this time. Bend into the right knee, keep your left leg straight but not locked. Walk it around to the left. Relax your head, breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. And 1. Good, release that. All right, we're gonna do hips first, and then we'll do, come down on the knees. And then we'll do the foam roller spinal extension. That's one of Erinne's favorite stretches. Okay, so let's lay on the left side. Grab some water if you need it. Okay, lay on your left side. Prop yourself up as you need to. Flex your feet, bend your knees. Marty, this is something that you should be doing like every other day, this stretch. Okay, that will help a lot with the hips. Right hand on the outer edge of the right knee. Remember that your knee should be higher than your ankle, so tilt that up. Don't do this, because then you're not using your abductor. You're using your lumbar spine. And then crank it back. Release down. 2 or 3 more, whatever you need to feel your hip turn on. Track back. Ooh. Release down. Let's do 1 more. Track back. Hold there. Make sure your knee's at 90. Hold there. Make sure you're feeling the outer edge of your right hip turn on. Override that. Push down. Slowly, so you're resisting the stretch or resisting the push down movement, and then extend the leg. Traction, so grab onto your right thigh, pull your right leg forward towards the screen and your right hip back away from you. Bend the knee, track back. Hold. Override, push down. This time we turn the toes towards the floor. Don't let your knees meet. Again, pull your hip behind you. This one's the twist one. Bend the knee, knee higher than ankle. Track back. Can't wait till I could do this stretch fully again. Push down. Grab on with your left hand. Pull that right leg towards, I guess, in front of you, and then reach your right arm back. Open the chest and breathe and hold there. And don't let your legs just kind of collapse together. Hold the resistance stretch. You could circle your foot. You could turn the toes down. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. And 1. Release that. Spin over to the other side. But before we do the other side, we're going to do the... No, let's just do the other side. Let's just do the other side, and then we'll do a different stretch both sides at the same, one after the other. Okay, lay on your right side, flex your feet, bend the knees 90 degrees, prop yourself up as you need it. Left hand finds the outside, flex the foot, again, knee higher than ankle, trek back 3 times. So my left hand is not, it's just the weight of my left arm. I'm not really like pushing down because I don't need a lot to turn on my hips because my hips are tight. So the hips should turn on pretty quickly. But if you need resistance, add resistance. Hold. Let's go into the resistance stretch. Push down, extend the leg. Grab on and pull that leg forward as you pull your left hip back. Bend the knee, track back. Hold. Override, push down. Extend the legs, turn the toes towards the floor this time. Pull the left hip behind you. And then one more, bend the knee, track back. This is the twisty one. Push down, grab on with your right hand, open your left arm open to the left and breathe for 3. Make sure you're able to inhale and exhale in the twist, y'all. Breathe for 2 and 1. Excelente. Let's get on your back, please. On your back, knees open wide. Feet planted on the floor. I'm gonna use this to prop myself up. Being pregnant is all about finding modification. Okay. Whew, that's a lot of spinal extension. Okay, so lay on your back, knees open wide. There we go. Windshield wiper the knees. Let your left knee drop in. Move the knee so that the knee is in direct line with your hip. Don't let your knee kind of be like inside of the hip. Bring it in direct line with your hip and then take your right ankle, if you need more resistance, and pull that knee down towards the floor with the weight of your right ankle on the outside edge of your left knee. And then reach your left arm back, open up like a Y. Breathe for 3. So this is stretching the tensor fascia lata, the TFL, hip part of the hip flexor, which is the outside edge of your hip flexor. And this TFL does like a, it does like interesting rotation when you flex your hips. Excuse me, yeah, when you flex your hip flexor, it does internal rotation, then external rotation as you bring your knee up to your chest. So this kind of grabs everything at once. It's a little bit complicated to explain, but whatever. And then release that, feet wide again, switch sides, drop your right knee in, and hook your left foot, ankle on the outside edge of your right knee. Pull that down. Oh, this is like not comfortable. Hold that there, breathe there. 3, for 2, and 1. Come up to a seat. We're going to do calf stretch from a seated position. So you can see how you don't have to always be on your back. Like if you're at the track and the grass is wet and you're like, I don't want to lay down on my back. Although after you're all sweaty, it doesn't really matter. But anyways, you could do it with a strap or a towel on your butt. And if you need to sit on something, then sit on something so that you could sit up straight. Put the strap on the ball mount of your foot. Remember what I say, when you're pulling that foot back towards your face, if your ball mount does not go behind the edge of your heel, then you have issues in your calf. You need to stretch your calves because that will lead to back pain, that will lead to hip irregularity, It's like a mess when your calves are a mess. And all those women that still wear high heels, God bless them, because it's ridiculous. All right, so push to the ball mount. I don't think Jacqueline wears high heels, neither do I. Push to the ball mount. Jacqueline, you wear high heels? No, yeah, see, it's good. She's smart, young and smart. All right, pull back. Let's stretch it right away. A little bit of resistance there. Push into your ball mount. Add some resistance. Pull back, toes towards shin. 2 more times. Push away. So you'll notice that I'm not clenching my toes. I'm not scrunching them up. I'm kind of flexing a little bit through the toes as I push away, and then pull back. Let's do a last one, push away. And you know that if you want to do more contractions than stretches, you could do that if you really need to prime the calves, but I have a feeling your calves are kind of tight. So pull back. Now, internal rotation of the foot. Pulling harder with my left hand than my right. External rotation, that gets a little bit of this muscle right here, the posterior tibialis. If this muscle is tight, you need to get in there with your thumbs and your fingers, and you need to get some blood flow in there. If it's like murder when you go to touch your lower leg, then you got to get some circulation into that, because you can have a lot of pooling issues in there. Internal rotation and external rotation of the foot. And then let's switch sides. Ball mount, left foot. Thank God I have like a size 11.5 feet, so you can see them on the camera even when I'm sitting down. Pull back, stretch it. Press away. I'm probably gonna give birth to like LeBron James's feet. Pull back. Big feet run in my family. Press away. Pull back. Last one, press away. Pull back. Internal rotation. External rotation. You could slide the strap down to the arch if you need help with that. Internal rotation. External. One more time. Internal and external. Good. All right. Grab your foam roller. We're going to do the spinal rotation on the foam roller, the one that Erinne loves. So you're going to incrementally move the foam roller down away from kind of the top shelf of your back, down each time you do rotation. Okay, so it starts at the highest point first. I can't do the rotation with you, but Marty, do you remember this one from camp, when we did this one at camp? Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay, good. So I want you to do three times each side. Okay, so you're going to start with it in the highest point on your back. Highest point on your back. And you're just going to allow the head to drape back. I'm sorry, I said rotation, I meant extension, I apologize. So you're bringing your thumb and your index finger behind your head, allow your head to drape back. And then come up, slide the foam roller a smidge lower. Again, hands behind the head, extend back. And up. One more time, slide it a little bit lower. Now it should be like where your sports bra strap is or where your heart rate monitor is. Extend back again. You should feel length in the front of your body when you're doing this. It shouldn't be like you're getting a tightening in your low back. So make sure that that's not happening to you. Oh, that feels good. And back. Beautiful. Come all the way up. Come to a seat. Sit on something if you want. We're going to do your neck now. I love finishing with neck because I just feel like everybody, whether they're an athlete or they just carry so much tension in their neck and we don't even realize that. Close the eyes. Take a nice deep inhale. Sigh out your mouth. Drop your chin to your chest. Roll the head to the left. Pull the right shoulder away. If you need more, sweep the right arm behind you. Turn the head towards the left shoulder. If you need more, then reach your left arm over and just the weight of your hand on the back right corner of your head should be enough. Head up, switch sides, right ear, right shoulder. Left shoulder drops away. Left arm can sweep behind you if you need more. Turn your chin towards your right shoulder and again, add a little bit more weight to your head if you need it. Head up, release your left arm, chin to chest, grab on underneath the clavicle, push in, pull down, and then lift your head the other way. Pull your chin away from your neck, and then open and close your jaw. Head back up, interlace the hands behind the head. Lightly press the head back into the hands, open up your chest. And then override that, pull down, chin to chest, drop your shoulders. Elbows towards each other. Good, release that. Hands come back to the heart center. Just take a moment like we did in the beginning and check in. What does your Polaroid picture look like now? How does your heart feel, your mind feel, your body feel, your breath feel? Send some light and love to somebody that needs it today. There's always somebody that needs our light and love. Nice deep inhale. Sigh out the mouth. Blink the eyes open. Happy Monday. Namaste. Namasko. Where is everybody? Jacqueline, we need more people here. Marty